Hello, football fans, and welcome to the second week of Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12, as the Eagles of Franklin County have made the trip north to Vinton to take on the William Byrd Terriers in the second game of the season. We've already had the national anthem, had a great pregame festivities to honor a fallen soldier from Rocky Mount in Jared Kubasak, as the Terriers are honoring folks who have gave the ultimate sacrifice in Operation Iraqi Freedom and the conflicts in Afghanistan. So that was a great honor there in the pregame show. But we're getting ready to kick off week 2 of Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. Mike, no way you look at it, this is one of the colder games these young men have ever played football in their life. It's about as cold as you'd get in one of those playoff games in mid to late November. But nonetheless, these two teams playing on the same field in the same conditions.
Yeah, I saw a guy come up with a Green Bay hat on. I thought maybe I took a wrong turn at Boone's Mill, but it's definitely chilly, and you could tell from the kickers and passers and receivers and pre-warm-ups that it was affecting these young guys, and we'll see how much that effect that has on this game.
Line this thing up and kick it off. They're going to flip the teams. As you can see, the William Byrd Terriers, no coin toss this year, trying to keep social distancing when possible and when unnecessary. So the Eagles will be returning the opening kickoff, being the visiting squad. Back deep for the Eagles, you're going to have number 9, Jazim Hart, and number 10, J-Ron Smith. And then kicking off for the Terriers, number 15, Allegon Gravely, the junior kicker. A little bit windy conditions. We've talked about the cold, Mike, but has been windy all day. It's definitely died down slightly, but the wind will be to the back of the Terriers as they get ready to kick this one off, so should get a good kickoff here. It's going to take a bounce about the 21. Hart's going to have to chase it down to about the 6. He's going to pick it up there. He's going to lose the football opportunity here deep in Eagle territory. We're going to see who comes off the pile with this one. The Terriers say they've got it. So it's going to have to be an indication as the football's in the end zone. The blind guy's going to have to make a decision. And they will give it to the Terriers, Mike, despite the football. No clear possession being indicated.
Yeah, really couldn't see here. You see Hart going back after, just never could get a handle on it. And, you know, that's because of cold fingers could be a big deal right there on that play.
And that's going to be a big call early there by the blind guys. Randy Lyken and his crew giving the football to the Terriers on the fumble by Hart. They're going to start inside the Kiefer Building Services red zone at the 10-yard line. First down and goal. Deep in Eagle territory to start this position. 2 receivers to the near side, 1 receiver to the top of the formation. Dylan Hatfield is going to be hit in the backfield. False start on the Terriers. That's going to back them up 5 yards. So this Eagle defense is going to have to stand tall here in this first drive of the game.
You know, last week you saw that with the Terriers at Magna Vista up until about the first half. Several penalties, just sort of getting things going and causing problems there for them, mental errors.
They'll flip the formation, have 2 receivers split out to each side, Hatfield and Sharif in the backfield. Hatfield out of the shotgun, hands it off to Sharif up the middle. Hole's going to close up. He's going to bounce to the outside, and he's going to waltz his way into the end zone. 15-yard touchdown run. El Amin Sharif, the senior transfer, putting the Terriers quickly, one play, 15 yards into the end zone.
Well, definitely a big advantage there in field position, and they make William Byrd making good of this turnover situation early in the game.
See it there on the Bob Parcell replay. Sharif making his presence known. Hole closed up quickly, bounces to the outside. And the Terriers on top of the Franklin Finance score 6-0 quickly into this ball game. Took them 11 seconds.
Hunter Harris for the extra point attempt.
Snaps a little low, hold not going to be there. Hatfield's going to take it off. He's going to flip it forward, and that will end the play there. It's going to be picked off by 25, Alex Bowling. And that will make the score on the Franklin Finance scoreboard 6-0. Mike, we're 11 seconds into this ball game. Big turnover deep in their own territory. And and then quick work by this Terrier offense.
Yeah, Eagles did not want to start out that way, having to fight from behind. This Terrier team can strike quickly and just didn't want to get started that way.
See if the Eagle return game, didn't see many issues with it a week ago, but again, cold weather, hard football, cold hands, and Hart just unable to hang on to that football. Again, tough break against the Eagles too, is football, clear possession, tough coming off the bottom of the pile, football sitting in the end zone. But nonetheless, the Terriers on top 6-0. So redemption time here for the Eagles.
Yeah, definitely something you couldn't blame on a rough field, because this field is beautiful. This turf is just up there with the best.
That's something we did not see out of the Eagles a week ago. Mental mistakes. And the only mental mistake possibly was the end of the first half, giving up the big touchdown pass. It's going to be another line drive kick towards Hart. He's going to field this one at the 15. Looks for a wall to set up across the far side. He's going to work his way across the 25. Marked down, looks like close to the 27. And that's where the Eagles will take over first down and 10. First chance for their offense to hit the field.
Yeah, Harris making the tackle for the Terriers.
Again, we saw lots of different wrinkles out of this Eagle offense. See it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Takes an awkward bounce there at the 20. Hart fields it just shy of the 15. Found some real estate across the far side, but it'll be one receiver split out to each side. Pistol formation. Eli Fouts making his second start for the Eagles. It's going to be a handoff coming to the near side. That's going to be Smith. He's going to be chewed up in the backfield. Nothing doing there. Stout defense by the Terriers on first down.
Yeah, that's 44.
J-Ron Smith, the ball carrier.
For the Terriers, it's Nicholas Reedy coming in from his linebacker.
On the play by a group of Terriers.
And you see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Right side of that offensive line starts to collapse. Now they are playing without offensive lineman Owen Donald tonight. A young man, we saw him with the injury a week ago. Again, one receiver split out to each. Eagles will stay out of the pistol. H-back will be to the right side. Bowling, he'll come across the formation. Fouts play action, flips it out to Bowling in the flats. Again, nothing doing. Eagles will pick up about 2 yards on that play, bring up third down quickly here for the Eagles.
Jeffrey Williams with good coverage there for the Terriers.
On the play by Jeff Williams. Gain of 1 on the play, brings up third down for the Eagles.
Bring up a big third down here for the Eagles. They'll run 2 receivers split out to the near side. They will stay out of the pistol. Luckett's the receiver set to the sideline. Fouts once again rolls the pocket to the near side, fires out here, has the receiver in Luckett. He's going to make the first man miss and sidesteps out close to the 45. They're going to mark him down at the 44. That's enough for the first down. Great job there by Fouts. They rolled his pocket to the near side. He found the passing lane. You'll see it here on the Bob Parcell replay, and throws a dart out here to Luckett on the curl.
Absolutely. Luckett doing a good job of finding the open position and making his turn, and just a great anticipation by Eli Fouts to hit his receiver. Good telepathic communication there by the duo.
2 receivers once again to the near side, out of the pistol, handoff to Smith coming up the middle. Not much doing once again. Gets back to the line of scrimmage, and then they will give him forward progress out to the 46-yard line. So a couple of yards picked up there.
The line for the Terriers doing a good job of shutting that one down with a gain of a couple of yards.
Richards in on the tackle. Short gain on the play.
It's going to be Richards, first man in there for the Terriers. Jack Conley's going to run the play in from the sideline for the Eagles. Lone receiver set to the top of the formation. Conley will be the receiver to the near side. Luckett the receiver to the top of the formation. Luckett on an island out there to the top. Fouts out of the pistol. He's going to pitch it coming to the near side. That hole's going to open up. Blockers out front. Great blocking. Give credit there to Chase Carter, the big blocker coming to the near side. And Smith will get out close to the line of the game.
Smith with 108 yards last week. Good start on it tonight. As I think we said 9 games, 100 yards or better.
Yes, had his 9th 100-yard game from Carlton Wilkes.
Nice opening there. When you got those openings like that, your good offensive line makes it easier.
8:30 left to play here in the first quarter. It's going to be a keeper right up the middle by the big quarterback, Eli Fouts, using that body, picking up the first down. We've got a lot of extracurriculars on the near side. Tristan Adams locked up. Line guy staying silent on that one. See if we can catch it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Fouts going to take it right up the middle for the first down. Getting our good calls, bad calls, no calls all season long. Brought to you by the good folks at Budget Blinds. A style for every season, a style for every view. They'll come in, they'll show you all their wonderful window coverings. They'll do all of the measurings, and then they'll come back and install those window coverings, the gift that you can open up each and every day of the year. But nonetheless, first down and 10 for the Eagles just across the 45-yard line. Handoff up the middle, big hole opening up, and big push on the interior of that offensive line.
Yeah, you said it there, Kevin. Big push, and defensive line just went backwards. Just a great job by the offensive line of the Eagles.
Now you talk about that wedge forming up. Once again, a lot of guys involved in that one. Again, it seems like game in and game out, you see a jersey number that's making play after play. And again, that was Chase Carter down the field. That's that second level blocking that we didn't see a lot of early in the game last week. Once the Eagles started to establish that, we started to see bigger runs by, a stable of Eagle running backs.
That's right. Smith again.
It's going to be a handoff once again up the middle. I believe that may be Anthony Belcher, Mike, across the right side.
I think you're right.
Again, choppy to start this ball game.
First contact
Right,
by
Belcher's
Richards.
in for Smith now, and they've swapped out a lot last week.
Again, you see some extracurricular after the play. Randy Lykin really talking to that defensive front, those defensive captains for the Terriers, trying to keep this game in check. But another big third down upcoming here for the Eagles as they run 2 receivers to the top of the formation. Belcher will stay in behind Fouts in the pistol. Line comes set. They will play action, roll Fouts. He will flip it out there, and that's going to be called. That's going to be number 12, Nasir Holland. He's going to have plenty of yardage for the first down, Mike. And Fouts on third down has been very effective early in this ball game.
Absolutely good throw there across his body, going to the left. Nasir Holland doing a good job of, right here you see him making a good break away from the defender. Good job.
And we talk about the good passes from Fouts, but there you've had Luckett and you've had Holland wide open, finding that space in the defense to pick up those third down conversions. Moving the football here, first down and 10. Ball inside the 25 down to the 23. This is going to be Smith. He's going to shed the first 2 tackles. He's going to take the big man downfield with him. And the Eagles getting this offense going. Came out sluggish, gave up points in the first 11 seconds of this ball game. And now we're going to see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Big sustained drive here.
Brought down by Bryson Lutz.
To be Bryson Lutz in on the stop.
Yeah.
Gain 9 on the play.
Lutz, a familiar name there.
It's going to bring up second down and short for the Eagles as they have entered the Eric H. Ferguson Attorneys at Law red zone. 2 receivers to the top, 1 receiver to the near side. Bowling, the H-back, comes across the formation. Fouts, pressure coming to the near side, quickly fires it out there. Not much real estate, but that pass is going to be dropped by Bowling. Lots of pressure coming from the backside, Mike.
Yeah, and good coverage there. But Jeffrey Williams just with his hand right in the face of the receiver, didn't really have a lot of option to receive that one. Fouts just getting that away in time.
We'll bring up third down and short for the Eagles at the 14-yard line. 1 receiver set to the top of the formation. Lone receiver to the near side is Luckett. They will continue out of the pistol. It will be Smith coming across the far side of the field, staying on his feet, continuing to drive. Should have enough for the first down, and he will down close to the 10-yard line. So the Eagles, we'll see where they mark this one down, Mike.
They are giving him the first down already. And Randy Lykin marking it to the first down, and then
it will be outside of the 10. So first down and 10 from the 11. The Eagles will be operating. They can pick up another first down inside the 1-yard line. It's going to be Jack Conley running the play in from the sideline. Long sustained drive here, Mike. Over 7 minutes on this drive.
What did we say last week? Methodical. Looks like they're back at it this week. That's what they want to do, is control that football.
Fouts out of the pistol, hands it off to Smith. Steps around the first tackle. Flo will catch up to him. But again, good gainer on first down for Jaron Smith.
Stop made by Sharif and Williams.
A lot of talking going on after the play. I think probably Randy Lykin's crew will get that shut down fairly quickly.
Again, if you're just joining us, the Eagles received the opening kickoff, fumbled it deep in their own territory, then a 15-yard one-play drive by Elamine Sharif for the touchdown run. 11 seconds off the clock. Eagles with their first offensive possession here, running over 8 minutes of the clock off in this drive alone. It's going to be a toss pitch coming to the near side. Play took a little bit of a time to develop, and they're going to wrap up Smith in the backfield. Nothing doing there. Big loss on the play.
Just a great job there by the defensive end, number 32, Hayden Lyle.
Also going to have a flag on the play. Personal foul on the Terriers. Big mental mistake there. You could see that building, Mike. You know, that's one thing that Randy Lykin's controlled crew likes to keep the game in check early. That penalty is going to hurt a whole lot more in the fourth quarter than it feels like that it hurts right now. So if you can keep the game, keep those emotions in check early.
So early mental mistake there, taking away a big play by Hayden to come across and break down and just actually turn that, take away that play from the running back outside. Nothing there. Did a great job, but he will, I think we've got a flag, another flag going down, I understand.
We'll wait for it all to be shuffled out as Coach Lutz also doing a good job over there, making sure he gets those numbers and gets those players, bringing them to the sideline for at least a play to kind of let cooler heads prevail. And again, good job here early in this ball game. You got two tough teams here. You got a red-hot William Byrd Terrier team who showed that didn't take too long to score, as we said, 11 seconds. And you got an Eagle team who has really, as we said, methodically drove down the field, using up over 8 minutes of this first quarter here in their first offensive possession.
We'll see what shakes out and where the ball is finally placed.
We're going to march it inside of the 10. Again, we're in the Eric H. Ferguson Attorney at Law red zone. They're going to mark off the second one inside the 5, down to the 4. But more importantly, it should be an automatic first down.
It was half the distance to the goal. Second penalty was another half the distance.
It's 2 halves the distance to the goal.
But those 2 halves do not make a whole, Mike.
No.
The Eagles will have first down and goal.
No indication what the call was that I saw.
A little bit of a high snap, hands it off to Smith. Rolls up the middle into the end zone. Jaron Smith, you stuff him in the backfield, Mike. Big loss, those penalties. And then Jaron Smith makes you pay deep into the end zone. You see it on the Bob Parcell replay, stretching out. Beautiful touchdown run.
Absolutely, good job there.
And an all-important extra point upcoming here for Holly.
Holly really consistent last season, and so far this season as well.
Snap's a little slow. Hold is good, kick is up, and the kick is good. And with that extra point, the Eagles regain the lead on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. They lead 7-6. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back with more Eagle football right here on your Neighborhood Network, Cable 12.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in.
As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I will be happy to help you hunt for something different.
Long ago, Carillion Clinic made a promise to be here every moment. That means the moment you need care, and every other moment too. Because by providing tools, support, and guidance to take charge of your health on your terms, we're helping you live better every day. Carillion Clinic is right here for you from moment one.
Tinsley, deep.
Eagles have this one teed up at the 40. This will be their first kickoff, as they were interesting to say the least a week ago. They really caused trouble for the Northside Vikings on the kickoff coverage. This one's going to be a line driver. It's going to take a bad bounce. It's going to hit the floor, and it will be covered up at the 41. Mike, I know it's going to be great field position here for the Terriers, but cold football, cold hands, you don't know which way that football is going to bounce. Good look there on the kickoff.
Isaac Fitch looked like a juggler out there when the ball came up and hit him in the face. Did a great job to control that thing, though, and give him a first down right there on the 40-yard, 41-yard.
Our first real look at this offense for the Terriers. Two receivers split out to each side. They like to spread the field out. Hatfield and Sharif in the shotgun. It'll be a handoff to Sharif. He likes to bounce it to the outside, but he's going to take this one right up the middle. Move the pile out close to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 8-yard gain there for El-Amin Sharif.
Chandler Holly on the tackle, one of the guys there.
Down by 21, Holly. And number 80,
Sharif getting a quick start out of the backfield. Quick feet. As you said earlier, transfer from Roanoke Catholic. Star there.
Terriers once again stay in the spread. Two receivers to each side out of the shotgun. 2:30 left to play here in the first quarter. Second down and 2. Hatfield's going to fire it to the near side. That is going to be dropped. That was intended for Hunter Harris, the senior receiver. He's going to want that one back again. Cold football, cold hands, Mike. As we know, Harris is usually a sure-handed receiver out there.
You know, and we haven't mentioned it a lot, but you look at that flag down at the end of the field, it's really standing straight out, and you go to passing and something like that, you don't really know where the ball's going to go. It's really tough to control. Hatfield, if it can be done, Hatfield can do it.
B-trips set to the top of the formation. Eagles have to shift their defense over. No safety over the top, but Hatfield's going to keep it coming to the near side. Not a lot of guys second level, and it's going to be across the 40.
Another good tackle there by Holly. But that's the threat that Hatfield has. If he doesn't have a man open, he can pull it down and go off tackle with the best of it.
It will be enough for the first down into Eagle territory. To the 39-yard line. Clock continuing to run as we approach 2 minutes left to play here in the first. Again, this is the first real offensive drive that we saw from the Terriers. They're moving the football down the field. Trips to the top, lone receiver set to the near side. Hatfield out of the shotgun's going to hand it off to Sharif. Looks to bounce to the outside, finds the corner. Big hit at the down marker. And we'll see if he had enough for the first, where he's going to be marked down at.
I tell you, with the trips out at the top, the other side over there took a lot of the would-be tacklers out there, and after they got through the first line of defense, sort of thinned out back there.
She said it is down there, Mike, inside of the 30 down to the 29. I'll tell you, Sharif, hard-nosed runner, but when he gets to that corner, he shows that burst of speed. They'll stay in trips to the top of the formation. Hatfield out of the shotgun. Hands it off to Sharif once again. First cut inside. That's where he's picking up those big chunks of yards. as he'll work his way down close to the Kiefer Building Services red zone.
First contact,
Bryson
number 70.
Chrisman, good to see that young man back in the lineup this week.
This is about 25
Back in the
out
tackle.
bully.
And that young man also placing 6th in the state
Brings up second and 2
track
for
and
the
field
Terriers.
event
Shot
recently
put.
in the so like you said, glad to see that young man back out here. Eagles going to take their first time out of the half. 1:29 left to play here in the first. Defensively, both of these two teams are having some struggles. Eagles have to find an answer for Sharif. You look at the Terriers, they're going to have to find an answer for Smith and for Fouts. So again, I think when we look towards this latter part of the ball game, which of these two defenses, Mike, are going to be able to adjust here in the second game of the season?
Well, that is the question, and I think that the winning team will be the one that does that because they're going to have to shut that running game down and keep them from picking up on that air game. Both teams are dangerous on the air and by sea and by ground in all three ways.
Two receivers to the top of the formation, one lone receiver to the near side. H-back will come into motion. They'll hand it off to Sharif across the right side. He's going to be wrapped up, but again, Mike, it's going to be enough for the first down. That first move is where Sharif is picking up a majority of those yards on the ground.
Sure is. Can change the east to west quickly. There you see him break to the outside, finding the hole. Chrisman finally bringing him down.
And give credit to that offensive line, too, for the Terriers. We saw it out of the Eagles. When you can take your first level guy into the second level with you, you can open up a big hole.
I sure can.
So it will be first down and 10 inside of the Kiefer Building Services red zone. They'll hand it off to Sharif once again right up the middle. As the Eagles starting to strip at that football, but Sharif using those legs to motor his way inside of the 15 down to the 14.
Bowling making the tackle for the Eagles, but not until he gets down the field about 5 yards.
Play brings up second down for the Terriers.
Bring up second down here for the Terriers. Once again, we'll run trips to the top of the formation. Set a lone receiver to the near side. Hatfield has been relegated to handing off to Sharif a lot on this first drive, but he's going to keep this one up the middle. Big gainer inside the 10.
Hatfield on the keeper.
That will bring up
Jamariz
third down.
Bringing him down.
And you see it there on the Bob Parcell replay, having to be chased down from the backside. They're going to move this football back to about the 9-yard line, bring up a short for the Terriers. But that will be the end of the first quarter of play. Eagles on top 7-6 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Rocky Mount Burger Company is located at 467 Franklin Street in downtown Rocky Mount, near the Farmers Market and Harvester Performance Center. We're a family-friendly restaurant that specializes in burgers, wings, and salads. We also have a great selection of appetizers, sides, sandwiches, beverages, and more. On game day, enjoy our tailgate special of any burger on our menu, fries or tots, and a soda for only $9.99. Adult options available too. Go Eagles!
Imagine the ideal bank. One with experience, but not stuck in the past. Offering solutions for today and tomorrow. Focused on doing things right and getting results for customers and communities. Where do you find a bank like that? Right here. American National. Just the bank you would imagine.
After one quarter of play, Eagles on top 7-6. If you're just joining us, a wild first quarter. The Eagles fumbling the opening kickoff. The Terriers, after a 5-yard false start penalty, one play, 15-yard drive, touchdown run by Elmain Sharif. Took 11 seconds. Then the Eagles on over an 8-minute drive, methodically down the field, taking care of a lot of real estate and putting it into the end zone to give them the lead. And now you've got a 3rd and short upcoming here for the Terriers. Trips to the near side. It's going to be a keeper by Hatfield. Looks to cut it to the inside. He's going to extend the play out. It will be enough for the first down. He'll work his way down close to the 2-yard line. It will be 1st and goal upcoming here for the Terriers.
Holland only tackled that time, but so far both teams putting on a ball control clinic tonight, except for play.
Clock continuing to roll, 11:45 left to play in the half. This is the first sustained drive that we've saw out of the Terriers after the short field on their first drive. Maybe a handoff to Sharif, and he's going to launch his way into the end zone for a 3-yard touchdown, and that will be Elamine Sharif's 2nd touchdown run of this ball game. And made it look easy on that one, Mike.
Sure did. He could just pick whichever hole he'd like to go to there, and he just picked one and took it across. Harris coming in for the extra point attempt.
That's going to be Lane Shoemaker to hold. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good with 11:32 left to play here in the first half. The Terriers pushes the score out on the Franklin Finance scoreboard 13-7. Mike, an important drive upcoming here for the Eagles, having to respond. They would love another long sustained drive, working the ball down the field, run some clock off, because looks like when the Terriers get the football, they're going to make quick work unless the Eagles can find a change up on the defensive side of the football.
Yeah, definitely can. The Terriers can score quickly. This Eagle team is going to have to find a switch to cut that offense off. Definitely want to control this ball, run it on down plenty of time, so no rush. Just want to try to control that ball all the way, and another 8-minute drive would be fine, I'm sure, for Coach JR.
Give credit where credit is due. Both teams taking the ball down the field with relative ease. The Eagles did have a couple of third downs that they had to convert, but nonetheless, it will be
Bryson Lancaster to kick for the Terriers.
Bryson Lancaster to kick off here for the Terriers. Should be Hart and Smith back deep for the Eagles. It's going to be a low line drive kick. It's going to be fielded by the up man. That's going to be Bowling, and he's going to work his way across the 30 down to the 35. So excellent field position here for the Eagles. Good sure-handed play there by Bowling. To not let that ball bounce any more precariously towards the end zone.
Cole Spencer making the tackle.
Close to the 40-yard line.
See here on the Bob Parcell replay. Bowling right up the middle. So it'll be 1st down and 10 for the upcoming here from the 38-yard line. We'll see what kind of offensive drive they put together here. So a steady dose of the run game in their first possession. Will be twin receiver set to the top, out of the pistol. It's going to be a quick hitter to the outside. That catch is going to be made. I believe that's going to be Luckett working the ball across the 45.
Pass complete to Joshua Luckett. There's a flag on the play.
Wait to see what the flag is here by the blind guys. No quick play there in holding territory.
Reedy made the tackle for the Terriers.
Is a hold on the, it'll be a big penalty there after a big gainer on 1st down.
Sure is.
They'll put the ball back close to the 29, so big hole to crawl out of here. It will remain 1st down all the way back, as we said, Mike, to the 29-yard line. There erases that great field position.
Sure did. Good play there. Good execution. Just one person might have got a jersey or something looked like out there on the outside.
One receiver set to the near side, a lone receiver set to the top of the formation. Keyshawn Wright will go into motion. Fouts sets his feet, fires it across the middle. Had Luckett, but you could tell didn't quite feel comfortable. Again, those cold hands had to clutch it just a second too long, and the pass was a little bit high to Luckett.
Well, that wind at its back looked like it made the ball sail a little bit here. Luckett just couldn't reach up there to get it.
I mean, great effort there by Luckett, almost turning into a defender here to deflect it away. So it will stay with the Eagles, 2nd down and long at their own 29-yard line. Receiver to the near side, that's going to be Jamarius Holland. There will be a lone receiver set to the top of the formation. Fouts going to hand it off out of the pistol across the 30. Not much doing there. Will remain 3rd down and long for the Eagles.
One of the Richardson guys, Hunter Richardson, making the tackle.
And number 51, Tyler
rolling as we approach 10:40 left to play here in the first half. You see it there on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. William Byrd on top 13-7. Eagle offense, they've converted a couple 3rd downs on their first long drive. Ian England's going to bring the play in from the sideline, but this is a big mountain to climb out of here. You just want to pick up as much yardage as possible. You do not want to turn the ball over here deep in your own territory. It will be a trip set to the near side. Fouts will run out of the pistol. Play action rolls to the near side. Has a receiver out here in the form of Wright. He will get back to about the original line of scrimmage across the 40. And it will bring up 4th down here for the Eagles.
Hunter Harris knocking him out of bounds. As you say, back at the original line of scrimmage. 4th down and 10.
Eagles will bring on their punt crew with Josh Luckett for his first boot of the night. Back deep for the Terriers. I believe that's going to be Jeffrey Williams.
Number 5, Joshua Luckett, the punt for the Eagles. Jeffrey Williams, deep to receive.
Luckett will be back at his own 26-yard line. We saw him get a couple boomers off. We also saw a high snap here. He's able to get it down and a fire rocket down the field. It's going to take an Eagle bounce inside the 25 down to the 23-yard line. Ice water in that young man's veins. High snap, able to control it, and a good punt to help flip the field position as we see it on the Bob Parcell replay.
Great job of bringing that down. That soccer-type kick, bringing it out and placing it where none of the receivers. We saw him do that quite a bit last week, sort of like taking a 9-iron and placing it down the field. Doing a great job at just an offensive, defensive play. Really, what it is, he's doing a great job of putting it where they can't get a good run back set up.
3 receiver set to the near side, lone receiver to the top. Sharif once again going to get the handoff, and he's going to motor himself across the 40, close to the 45. Will be enough for a Terrier first down, and the Eagles going to have to find an answer for that young man out of the backfield.
Yeah, Holland finally bringing him down, but you don't want your defensive backs and linebackers making that tackle. You want your line up there getting a hand on him, and Sharif wasn't touched much until he got to that tackle.
And again, all of this is out of that spread formation that Coach Lutz has brought here to William Byrd. Another handoff to Sharif across the left side. Good blocking downfield by those receivers. And he's going to be run out of bounds there by 21 Chandler Holly, but another big gain will be enough for another Terrier first down.
Yeah, I guess when it's working, you just keep riding that horse. So bringing it back to Sharif, and he's making the best every yard they'll get.
A first down and 10 here for the Terriers. They'll run 3 receivers to the wide side of the field, which is the near side. We have not saw a keeper out of Hatfield to change it up, Mike. He'll keep it across the far side. Not much doing there. About 2-yard gain on the play.
And that's the way you want it. You want that your defensive lineman in the name of Elijah Witcher making those tackles. When you do, you don't have to worry about first downs so often.
You know, and that's another great weapon that the Terriers have. You know, usually you bring a change of pace back in. But when you're able to keep Hatfield on the field at quarterback, you know, he has the opportunity to put the ball in the air, or he can be that change of pace back to give Sharif a different look.
Absolutely, had to use it too much tonight. Sharif has been doing well.
Sharif,
Work
the
the
ball
ball
carrier.
across midfield, give him
Witcher
about a
on the
yard
tackle.
gain on the play.
Gain of 1 on the play.
Witcher
Brings
again,
up
first
3rd down
guy
for the
there,
Terriers.
along with Chrisman.
Bring up a big 3rd down, Mike, for the Terriers as we approach 8:20 left to play the first half. A quick-moving first half.
Eagles would love to stop them. It'd be the first time they've been able to stop this Terrier team.
Trips to the near side, twin receivers to the top. Hatfield out of the shotgun. Empty set. Quick drop back. Big pressure downfield. And I tell you, just a hope and a prayer there by Hatfield. If Sharif could have saw the football, he may have had a play on that, but Wright, good job there shielding.
Yeah, I think Wright had that covered wherever he was there. You know, throwing that ball into the wind is probably blowing, I'd say, 5 miles an hour. Just guessing. We have a staff meteorologist here, and it's about 25. And it's tough to throw into.
So we'll see if the Terriers, they will rugby style to the near side. Bad punt. See if it takes an Eagle bounce. It will be picked up, and that's going to be Luckett taking it up the sideline. And we're going to survey the field for Laundry. Do not see it. Mike, I'm sorry, I don't even know where Luckett picks up this football, but that's going to be a punt and return for a touchdown, and that's the heads-up play you get out of that young man.
Absolutely.
One of your senior leaders, as we see it here. The entire field, 21 players had given up on this play, but not Josh Luckett. He fields it and takes it into the end zone.
He just got a good running start at it, picking that ball up and down. He's by himself as he crosses the 10-yard line. Just a great effort by Josh Luckett.
Chandler Holly to try the extra point for the Eagles.
Opportunity here to put the Eagles ahead on the foot of Chandler Holly.
Mr. Consistency.
Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, and it is right down Main Street. The Eagles go back on top 14-13 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 7:42 left to play in the half. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch, Connor Bowman, and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
A heads-up punt return for the touchdown by the senior Josh Luckett, and here's going to be a squibber down the field. It once again will be recovered by the Terriers, but it will be all the way down at the 34-yard line. Big opportunity again for the Eagles. This special teams for the Eagles it's been screwy all year, Mike, but I tell you, it's because of heads-up plays. That's not a knock on it. From kickoffs to punts to punt returns, a little bit of everything we've seen in just 2 games.
Well, a winning team makes good of every opportunity the other team will give them, and that's a heads-up play there by Josh Luckett to pick up on that muffed punt. Lyle doing a good job of on the other side of making sure that didn't happen on the other side, doing a great job of getting on that short kick.
See if that fires up this Eagle defense, and they're going to stop Sharif for a short gain across the
First contact by
35.
number 80, Cody McGuire.
McGuire in on the tackle there for the Eagles.
Gain of 3 on the play brings up 2nd and 7 for the Terriers.
Big gain of 3 there for Sharif, but a good job there bottling him up. They didn't allow him to squirt through that seam and find open real estate. And I think to slow that young man down. I don't know if you're going to be able to stop him, Mike.
That's right.
But you can definitely slow it down and force those third down situations, which we saw the Terriers have trouble with on that last possession. It's going to be a key pull by Hatfield, and he's going to find a lot of real estate cutting across midfield. Has enough for the first down and more into Eagle territory. Looks like they're going to mark him all the way down to about the 48-yard line.
Bolin finally bringing him down after a good Hatfield finding that hole over there open and doing a great job pulling it down, getting the first down.
He's at first down and 10 for the Terriers from the Eagle 48-yard line. 2 receivers near side, lone receiver set to the top of the formation. H-back Nick Reedy will come across. Sharif will follow him to the short side of the field. And he will be wrapped up at the 45.
Hard hit over there by the Eagles. Holland,
Tackled by
first
Holland.
man there.
Gain of
See
3
here
on
again
the
on the
play
Bob
brings up
Parcell
2nd down
replay.
for the
Sharif
Terriers.
just following that lead block by the H-back Nick Reedy.
That's got to hurt as cold as it is, Kevin. I know I'm old, but it's chilly, and those guys are knocking it out there.
You know, we hadn't saw that over the first couple of drives from this Eagle defense. They hadn't had a chance. They had been on the receiving end of a couple big hits by Sharif. Inside of 6 minutes left to play here in the half. 2nd down. Be a handoff to Sharif. He's going to be wrapped up in the backfield. Gets back to the line of scrimmage. As you said, big play there by Elijah Witcher. You'll see it here. Gets those big mitts on him. Good penetration through that line.
That's right, making his way in there, and Sharif thinking there's going to be a hole there and running up on Witcher, a rude awakening.
Once again, the Eagles forcing a 3rd down here on the Terrier possession. William Byrd went an empty set. They're going to shy away from that. 2 receivers near side, lone receiver to the top. Hatfield and Sharif out of the shotgun. It's going to be Hatfield with the keeper. Looks to find real estate. Cuts back inside. And he's going to be forced out. It'll be close. We'll see where the mark is. Definitely approaching 4-down territory if he didn't get it. It's like they're going to have to measure.
It will be close. First down.
Result of the play, a Terrier first down.
See the indication by Randy Lykin. I think they're going to hold, and they want a measurement, I think.
Randy Lykin has done marked it as a.
And he's going to let the measurement happen.
Okay, well that's Randy is good. If there's any question, and the official wants to.
Official timeout.
He's just a good official. Runs that crew well, and coach probably questioned him on it. And
looks like it may be about a football length, but we will have to wait for the official measurement here to appease the masses. They will pull the chain taut.
And Randy Lykin can do that again.
I was wrong. It was about 3/4 of the football.
First down.
But whenever you put that football in front of that hash marker, you're making an indication, Mike.
Yeah.
This is a first down. And it will be first down. Big 3rd down conversion there for the Terriers. Again, another great football game here, Mike, in the Blue Ridge District.
Absolutely. Both teams come in here prepared for the amount of preparation they have had to work around practices and stuff, doing a great job.
It's going to be a keeper by Hatfield. Looks to cut it back inside. Good change of direction there as he's going to work his way out close to the 30-yard line.
Stop by 13, Holland.
Holland on the tackle along with number 21.
Looks like a gain of 7 on the play. Brings up 2nd down for the Terriers.
It'll be 2nd down for the Terriers from the 32. We approach 4 minutes left to play here in the half. We'll get the football back to start the second half. They can take their time here on this drive. Trips to the near side, lone receiver to the top. Hatfield and Sharif still in that backfield. It's going to be Sharif coming across the wide side of the field, finds some real estate, and he's going to bounce into
the ball carrier.
The Eric H. Ferguson red zone.
Big gain on the play results in another Terrier.
Another first down here for the Terriers. You see here the Bob Parcell replay again, running to the wide side of the field, getting blocks downfield. And if Sharif can hit that corner, he can pick up big chunks of yards in a hurry.
Yeah, and Sharif, Keyshawn Wright had to catch Sharif from behind, which is not an easy task to do, but not until he has made a first down.
Trips to the wide side of the field for the Terriers. It's going to be Sharif once again breaking through in a holding hand tackle by Belcher. That's all he could get, but he used it to bring down Sharif.
Here you see Sharif changing direction in no time flat. You see it here on the Parcell replay. You see him switch back around to the other side of the field, and like you say, Belcher just hanging on for dear life as he makes it.
Bring up second down and short for the Terriers as they march further into the Eric H. Ferguson Attorneys at Law red zone. They run Sharif to the far side of the formation. And Hatfield's going to keep it, cuts back inside, and will walk untouched into the end zone for the touchdown. And once again, the Terriers making short work on this drive, leaving 2:44 on the clock, but they put 6 more on the Franklin Finance scoreboard.
Hatfield running that play like an option, saw his hole open up in front of him and just pulls that ball back out from Sharif. Look at that big hole there to open up for Hatfield.
Extra point upcoming here for the Terriers. Snap's good, holds good, kick is up, a little bit low, but it will find its way through the uprights. And with 2:44 left to play here in the half, the Terriers on top of the Franklin Finance scoreboard, 20-14. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in.
As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I will be happy to help you hunt for something different.
We're going to have offsides here on the kickoff, Mike.
Flag on the play.
Another middle mistake there.
Coach Lutz and his crew not happy with these early mistakes by the Terriers, but the Eagles also have a couple of mistakes of their own.
Early in the season.
They will back it up and tee it up at the 35. Smith and Hart back deep for the Eagles. Again, just 2:44 left to play here in the first half. It's been a wild one with the Terriers up 20-14. A low line drive kick. Fielded at the 23 by Hart. It's going to look behind him, has blockers to the near side. See if he can catch a seam. He's going to take a big hit out at the 44-yard line. And a great return there by the junior, Jazim Hart.
44 Reedy on the tackle.
Eagles will take over on the 43-yard line.
From last week, you saw a little bit of weakness in this William Byrd Fleming Magna Vista game with kick coverage. Reed to make up a lot of ground to make that tackle.
Ian England will bring the play in from the sideline. He'll be the slot receiver to the wide side of the field. Luckett will be the boundary receiver. They'll run out of the pistol with Fouts. England will come across the formation. Play action, Fouts looking to go deep. He's got Luckett wide open and just overthrows his intended target. And Luckett found that separation, and that's what the Eagles want to see. Just a little bit overthrown by Fouts.
Well, he didn't have to put a lot into it with a 25-mile-an-hour wind. Got it up in it and just overthrowing Luckett. Luckett putting the pedal to the metal, as you say. Just still not having enough gas to get there.
We saw that last week, Mike. We saw Luckett break open. Fouts just overthrowing him. He'll start to come into rhythm as the season goes on. A short season. A quick pitch to the outside. That pass taking a little bit of extra time to get out there, but good momentum.
It's Holland out there.
That'd be a good gainer there on second down, out close to the 40. Make it third down and manageable.
Jeffrey Williams on the tackle.
Holland. Tackle by 11, Malachi Taylor.
Clock continuing to roll as we approach 2 minutes play here in the first half. Saw them convert 2 big third downs on their first drive that ate up 8 minutes off of the clock in the first quarter. Holland will be the receiver set to the near side. Belcher will be in the slot.
Smith.
Hand off to Smith. It's going to be bottled up. Football's going to hit the ground, and I believe that's an easy call as the Terriers are going to fall on it at the 35-yard line. We'll wait for the official call.
Smith, the ball carrier. Tackled by Taylor. Fumble on the play, recovered by the Terriers.
So that will put the Terriers in business. Minute and 34 to work with here in the first half.
Recovery.
Been close to the first down marker, Mike, but nonetheless it will be a turnover here and Terrier football just inside of the 35. They have 2 timeouts and a minute and 34 to operate with here.
Definitely need the defense to step up and not let this ball game get away from them.
Trip set to the near side, lone receiver on an island to the top of the formation, but it's been the Hatfield and Sharif show.
This time it's Sharif.
Looks to bounce back to the inside. Flo's going to catch up with him
Sharif,
at the 36. That will keep the clock moving. At a yard gain on the plays. Landon Church going to be the first man in there on the stop.
Second down for the Terriers.
Church filling that hole outside quickly and doing a
Byrd.
good job of cutting him down.
Terriers going to take a timeout. No, excuse me, that would be their first timeout. They have 2 remaining. 17 left to play in the half. Important drive here defensively for the Eagles. You've stayed in this ball game despite a couple of costly fumbles. You're only down by 6 here. You do not want to give up any points because the Terriers are going to get that football back to start the second half.
Absolutely, and I'm sure the coach is telling them to watch for that deep pass. A guy named Tinsley is awfully dangerous in a situation like this with a minute left. Tinsley has a way of breaking out on a long pass. And of course, you know Hatfield with his arm, even against the wind, will be able to get it to him. So I'm sure they're warning against that play.
There's the Eagle faithful have made their way to Vinton, socially distanced here on the visiting sideline, along with us here in the elements at Robert A. Patterson Stadium on the beautiful campus of William Byrd High School.
Socially chilling, too.
Yes. Second down and 9 here. Hatfield going to roll the pocket to the near side. He's going to have to keep this one as the defense is strong down the field. We'll keep him back inside. Keyshawn Wright, first man in on the play.
He had Harris open deep. Just a little bit too much pressure back there for him to take a second to throw that one. You see right here as Hatfield breaks around the end. The pressure from the lineman, I can't see, is that Witcher?
That was Bryson Chrisman from the backside. So big 3rd down and 3 seconds left. We'll see if the Terriers keep this football on the ground, keep the clock moving. And Sharif somehow hands on to it, but it's going to be fumbled, and it's going to be Eagle football. Mike, if Sharif hung on to that one, it was going to be a near miracle as he takes it around the world. Hopefully we can see that on the Bob Parcell replay, but the Eagles forcing this turnover. Just a bad exchange between Hatfield and Sharif.
I think that's Zach Stafford on the recovery.
Can just take
number 32.
But nonetheless, Eagle opportunity here with 30 seconds left to play in the half. See if they can get within Chandler Holly's range. They have 2 timeouts. Fouts, quick hitter out to Luckett, cuts it back inside to the 30. Eagles will take the timeout.
Pass complete to number 5, Joshua
They would
Luckett.
like to see Luckett work to the outside there and get out of bounds. Like to preserve one of those timeouts. 24 seconds, but a good, once again, curl route on the outside near the sticks to Luckett. Fouts lays that pass right on the money.
Yeah, and Webb with a good tackle out there. With the defender falling down, Luckett would have been open if Webb hadn't have brought him down out there.
So the Eagles will look to draw up a play here. 1 timeout remaining for the Eagles after that turnover. 24 seconds left to play in the half. You see it there, playing down by 6 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. I'll tell you that fumbled snap they had to hold on to on that first extra point for the Terriers. It's looking like a big point here in this one, Mike, at least here at the half.
Absolutely.
So see what the Eagles draw up. They're going to have Luckett, the receiver, to the wide side of the field, which is the near side. Belcher will run out of the slot. They'll stay in the pistol with Fouts. He's going to roll the pocket to the near side, see if he goes downfield to Luckett. It will be caught, turns back to the outside, no doubt about that one. Beautiful move there, shakes Ethan Tinsley and finds his way into the end zone. I believe that's a 30-yard pitch and catch. And the Eagles have clawed their way back and have an opportunity to take the lead on the Franklin Finance scoreboard.
Big play there, big turnover. Like you say, it's good making good of those opportunities. Eagles are tied up right now, have a chance to go ahead here before the go-in time. 17 seconds left.
Holly on to attempt the extra point, a very important extra point. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up. That young man puts it through the upright. 17 seconds left to play here in the first half. 21-20, the Eagles lead on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Long ago, Carillion Clinic made a promise to be here every moment. That means the moment you need care, and every other moment too. Because by providing tools, support, and guidance to take charge of your health on your terms, we're helping you live better every day. Carillion Clinic is right here for you from moment one.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
Eagles with the ball teed up high. Line drive kick out here to the 15 will be fielded on the near side. It's going to be Williams needing to bottle up that young man inside of 10 seconds left to play here in the half. And the equal pursuit will do so out close to the 30-yard line. Clock will stop 7 seconds and 2 timeouts here left in the half. You would have to think Coach Lutz may be looking to just get this one to the half.
Yeah, good filling of the lanes, going down coverage of this kickoff. Just a super job by the kickoff team. noticed that last week. They did a great job of covering these kickoffs and punts. You see them, nobody, even though you had one or two missed there, everybody's staying in the lane, and no big gain after the missed tackle.
So in the secondary for the Eagles, it's going to be Sharif on the handoff. As the Terriers will look to just end the first half, and that will do so. And after one half of play, the Eagles have the lead 21-20 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We're going to be back with second half action. If you are watching us on the live stream, remember there will be no audio during the half, but we will be right back to catch that start of the third quarter of Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
Rocky Mount Burger Company is located at 467 Franklin Street in downtown Rocky Mount, near the Farmers Market and Harvester Performance Center. We're a family-friendly restaurant that specializes in burgers, wings, and salads. We also have a great selection of appetizers, sides, sandwiches, beverages, and more. On game day, enjoy our tailgate special of any burger on our menu, fries or tots, and a soda for only $9.99. Adult options available too. Go Eagles!
Mike, it's rocking here to start the second half. Both teams into this ball game. Eagles have the lead at the half, 21-20 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. That lone muffed handle on the extra point on the first attempt by the Terriers, the lone difference in this ball game.
Maybe the big deal in this game, the way this ball game's going, and the last person to possess the ball may be the winner.
A high line drive kick will be fielded back at the 15.
It's Tinsley.
It's going to be Tinsley. Reverses field, looks to find the corner. Got a flag coming in.
Tinsley on the return.
We'll wait and see. That's in holding territory.
Smith making the tackle.
And while we wait for this call, which I believe will be a hold and back up, the Terriers start deep in their own territory here on their first drive of the second half. So here on the Bob Parcell replay, play really extended out, Mike, and that's when you get into those holding situations.
Terriers take over from the 20-yard line.
Yeah, that's you can see a whole lot going on back there. I believe you could call several holding blocks in the back.
Trips to the top of the formation, lone receiver set to the near side for the Terriers. Hanfield's going to hand it off to Sharif, who ran wild there in the first half. Big gainer there, out 7 yards on first down.
McGuire and Holland and Smith, all three out there doing a great job of stretching that play out.
Gain of 8 on the play brings up
Sharif turns that corner. He makes some progress if someone's not there to stop him.
Bring up second down in the short 2 for the Terriers. Trips to the top, lone receiver to the near side. Hatfield and Sharif in the backfield. It's going to be Hatfield, keeper to the far side, has Sharif out front, cuts around the outside, cuts back in near the 40. That's going to be a big gainer on second down out to the 40-yard line. And once again, the Terriers offense in business.
Yeah, Keyshawn Wright stretching that play out a little bit, but Sharif doing a good job of leading the there for Hatfield.
Be first down and 10 from the 40. Terriers flip the formation. Trips will be to the near side. Going to be Sharif once again. Eagles going to over pursue, but then they will catch up on the flow. Great pressure leads to a great game tackle at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, McGuire's getting a shoestring there and holding him up, waiting for his cohorts, the Eagles, to close it in. With only a two-yard gain.
Will be 2nd down and 8 upcoming. As you said, Mike, 10-15 left to play here in the third quarter. The first drive of the half for either of these two squads as the Terriers receive the opening kickoff to start the second half. Trips once again to the near side. Hatfield will keep it coming to the near side. He's going to be met at the line.
Yeah, wow, what a play there by the Eagle defender. Can't see, is that Bowling? It is Bowling.
Meets him at the line of scrimmage. Again, Keyshawn Wright forcing the issue back inside. Pursuit from the backside as well.
Alex
3rd down and 8.
Bowling standing him up there at the line of scrimmage. Pretty much no gain.
So big 3rd down upcoming. Trips will be to the wide side of the field, which is the right side of the formation. Lone receiver set to the near side. It's going to be a keeper by Hatfield as he's going to be tripped up by that ghost hole back at the 35. Never did get his footing under him. And a lot of that was due to the pressure that he was feeling from that Eagle front.
Absolutely nowhere to go here. He's just trying to get around the corner. You see him right here. He had Sharif out blocking for him. Fell down. Big 4th down here.
I believe that was Elijah Witcher stepping into the lane that Hatfield wanted to take. And that snap's going to get away from him. Smith's going to chase him down deep into his own territory.
Definitely some good field position and good opportunity here to take advantage of a big turnover.
And you'll see J-Ron Smith, he's going to be shot out of a cannon. That was Hatfield with about a jump to get to the football, and Smith and Mike, that's perfect time for that turnover here. Brought to you by Christina Defabal.
Absolutely, and Christina tells you that now is the perfect time for you to buy or sell your single-family dwelling. Call Christina Defabal at 540-420-0485. That's christina.drealtor@yahoo.com, or call her at 540-420-0485 if you're ready to sell or buy your single-family dwelling. Guys, it's all about timing, and that play was about timing there, and that's brought to you by Christina Defabal, Wycott Realtors, Bridges and Company.
Yeah, great time for that turnover, bad time for that false start penalty as the Eagles will be pushed back. They are still inside of the Kiefer Building Services red zone at the 20-yard line. 1st down and 15. Going to be a handoff to Smith. He's met in the backfield. Nothing doing there. I believe that's Hunter Richards.
I think you're right. Number 50, Bryson Lutz there as well.
Number 10, J-Ron Smith, the ball carrier. Stopped by Hunter Richards.
Good there. Will be a loss. Without 2 on the play, we'll bring up 2nd down and long for the Eagles. You do not want to waste this drive after being given the football deep in Terrier territory. One receiver to the top of the formation. That will be Jack Conley. Lone receiver, Josh Luckett to the near side. On an island, Keyshawn Wright comes across the formation. They quickly fire it to Luckett. The pass is going to be behind him. Eagles wanting the pass interference, but I believe that pass thrown well behind Luckett.
Yeah, I think Tinsley was safe with his coverage there.
You see it on the Bob Parcell replay. All of our Eagle fans will say maybe got there a little early and holding that arm on the backside.
Maybe a little bit.
Maybe if that were an HD replay, we'd be able to see it a little, Mike, but that may be coming down the pike.
There you go. Big things coming to Cable 12.
That's going to be a pass to the back of the end zone, and it will be dropped. Intended target, Jamarius Holland. Just that fade to the back corner of the end zone. Tries to get that tippy-toe lemon tree down and just cannot do it.
If it looks too good, Drew, and that one did.
Two great opportunities. Eagles, 4-down territory here.
Fourth and forever.
Clock stops, 7:31 left to play here in the third quarter. It's going to be Anthony Belcher bringing the play in from the sideline. Receivers split out to each side. I think the Eagles are going to the air. They will roll the pocket to the near side. Luckett's the intended target. He will make the catch and find his way into the end zone, running away from three Terrier defenders. And once again, Ethan Tinsley on the defense, and Luckett makes him miss at the goal line for the touchdown.
I tell you, Luckett doing a great job of breaking away from that coverage. You see it right here. Good replay. Triple coverage, and he just breaks away from it right in the corner and makes it good.
You have to think last year, Luckett playing quarterback, saw a different look on the football, and he is making his difference known as a receiver this year and the defender. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, kick is good. And 28-20, the Eagles lead on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. 7:25 left to play here in the third quarter. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Established in 1909, American National Bank has a long legacy of helping people and communities thrive. With local bankers working from multiple banking locations in the region, we are proud to be your community's hometown bank. So visit us nearby in Rocky Mount, Westlake, or online at www.amnb.com. American National Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Look over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12, Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in.
As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I will be happy to help you hunt for something different.
The kick for the Eagles.
Samaris Holland has it teed up at the 40 for the Eagles as they have an 8-point lead. Another high booming kick to the near side. It's going to take a bounce at the 23. Tinsley's going to field this one, looks to change direction, and he's going to be wrapped up. Thurston Krulowski, first man in on the tackle for the Eagles.
Around the 30-yard line, the Terriers take over.
So good coverage here. Like we've said before, the placement of that kick was just perfect. Tinsley had to wait for that ball to come down, and that coverage just caught up with the ball quickly. And Kowalski come in there, tackle, and wrapped him up. Wasn't getting away from that.
So big drive here for the Terriers, finding themselves in an 8-point hole. And it's going to be Hatfield, keeper across the far side. Plenty of real estate to work with there as he's going to work his way across the 40-yard line.
Belcher making the tackle out there with another couple of his guys on the side. Hatfield making the turn right here.
That'll be enough for the first down.
That's when he turns in Belcher, and Belcher's right there to make the stop, but not before he gets the first down.
Eagle defense really needing to tighten up on this drive. See if they can force another third down. That's been a struggle for the Terriers tonight. Trips to the near side. Lone receiver to the top. It's going to be Sharif on this handoff. He's going to dice his way through the line across the 45 out to about the 47. Big gainer there on first down.
Church and Bowen teaming up on that tackle.
Brings up second down for the Terriers.
Again, we appreciate everyone who's watching us on your Neighborhood Network Cable 12 and also those who are joining us live on Facebook. We appreciate you spending your Friday nights watching Eagle football with us right here on your Neighborhood Network Cable 12. Got folks watching from all around, including folks in Ellicott City, Maryland. We want to give a shout out to Glenn. We heard that he is watching all the way from Maryland. So thanks, Glenn, for tuning in, and for all of the folks back in Franklin County who's catching this game of Eagle football. And there is a big stop on Sharif. That's Bryson Chrisman conducting that train.
Didn't know how badly he was missed last week until he shows up this week and does a great job out there. Chris was in on a lot of those stops up front, filling that hole, and Sharif ran into the wall with a number 70 on it.
I believe that also maybe Nasir filled the gap and Chrisman unplugged the hole.
Of course, Witcher right there too. It's really tough to get around those three.
Man's going to come into motion. It's going to be third down. It's going to be Hatfield keeping the football. Wrap him up in the backfield. And it's going to bring up fourth down here for the Terriers. And, Mike, this is the Eagle defense, especially up front, that we saw a week ago against Northside.
Keyshawn Wright in there first, I think, and number 52 for the Eagles. Hunter Hooper doing a great job coming in there and bringing us fourth down. Good opportunity here for the Eagles to turn this ball around again.
A little bit of a high snap once again. Hatfield is going to get the punt away. Eagles needing to clear out here. Just let this one take the bounce. Good safe play here by the Eagles. It's going to result in terrible field position. Hatfield able to flip the field, but a good decision there by Hart. A lot of Terriers right there in that area.
Actually, Hart really didn't have an opportunity where that ball was kicked. Did a good job of just getting away from it right there. Even though they are a little deep in their territory, we'll see them, I'm sure, come out from down there maybe.
So it's 4:53 left to play here in the third quarter. Eagles will take over following that great punt by Hatfield to flip the field position. They're going to be deep back at their own 10-yard line. We'll see if the Eagles can put one of those long 8-minute drives together. Handoff coming to the near side, not much doing there. Great penetration on the near side by the Terriers. That will be a loss of about a yard on first down for the Eagles.
Yeah, great job there by one of the Richards, Dustin Richards that time.
Second down for the Eagles.
Clock continuing to roll inside of 4.5 minutes. Lone receiver to the top of the formation. That will be Luckett. It's Hunter Harris on the island with him. Play action. They're looking to hit the curl out to Luckett. They're able to do so. He's going to turn it up the sideline across the 40-45. He's going to be run down from behind. Beautiful pitch and catch there from Fouts to Luckett.
Well, if that hadn't have been for number 53, Dustin Richards to run him down from behind, might have been another score there.
And only, as you said, only able to catch him because he was tripped up and slowed. He's going to come to the sideline, get a little bit of a breather. Again, a cold night here in early March football, Mike.
Yeah, something you don't get a chance to get used to.
Lone receiver out here on an island is Jamarius Holland. They will run a defender out here. It's going to be a handoff.
Belcher.
That's going to be Belcher. Cuts back inside. Good gain on first down. Out to the 48, 3 yards on that pickup.
Dustin Richards again on the tackle.
Belcher, the ball carrier.
Filling that hole. Belcher getting about 3 yards.
Second down.
Going to bring up second down, about 7 inside of 3.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. And Eagles are going to take a timeout with 3:17 left to play here in the third. It's an important drive for the Eagles. We'll take one, too. You're watching Eagle football right here on your Neighborhood Network, Cable 12.
Imagine the ideal bank. One with experience, but not stuck in the past. Offering solutions for today and tomorrow. Focused on doing things right and getting results for customers and communities. Where do you find a bank like that? Right here. American National. Just the bank you would imagine.
Long ago, Carillion Clinic made a promise to be here every moment. That means the moment you need care, and every other moment too. Because by providing tools, support, and guidance to take charge of your health on your terms, we're helping you live better every day. Carillion Clinic is right here for you from moment one.
When it's time to celebrate the life of someone special, turn to Connor Bowman Funeral Home. With 2 full-service facilities, we offer professional care and service to our community. 100% owned and operated, offering you the traditional historical Lynch Connor Bowman and Franklin County's most modern and newest facility on 220 North. We can assist you with pre-arranged funerals, and we house an on-site crematory. We can come to your home to make arrangements and pre-arrangements. We offer the release of 1 white dove, 1 memorial video, and video of the service if held in one of our chapels at no cost to you. Connor Bowman Funeral Home, Rocky Mount and 220 North.
2nd down and 7 following the Eagle timeout. Holland's going to look to come back and will drop the football. Opportunity there. Fouts again throwing off that back foot. Dangerous pass downfield.
Holland doing a great job of coming back and almost catching that thing. Seemed just a little bit shy of getting a hand under it.
So we'll bring up 3rd down for the Eagles. Ball just shy of midfield. This here Holland's going to bring the play in from the sideline. Luckett will be the receiver to the near side. Have to count for that young man, and Holland will be in the slot. You have to think Luckett's going to be doubled over the top. He's going to break back to the football, makes the catch. He's at the 30, 35, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Josh Luckett, 52-yard pitch and catch. Eli Fouts to Josh Luckett.
Yeah, we'll see that on that replay, and I'm sure we'll get one here. Bob Parcell replay coming up will show the only man who had the chance to catch him.
And again, Mike, you're going to see it just that hitch route back.
I'll tell you, just the connection these two have together is just super. There you see Harris with the only one that had a chance to catch him and stop Luckett from the score.
And again, Mike, defense you're ever going to see on a 52-yard touchdown is that one will be blocked. A little bit of a slow snap, so giving back the one they got earlier.
That could be a big play in this game.
Eagles now up 2 touchdowns, up 14 points. We'll see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Snaps good, holds good. Tell you, Terriers just got through. Looks like they went through the A-gap on that.
He did a great job of getting through there quickly, and could be a big play, as we say.
And again, we've said it on 2 or 3 plays. You know, Luckett coming back to the football, and that first move that he makes is away from the defender. And that's what's allowed him to find just a little bit of separation, and then he's able to use that deceptive speed that we talked about last year when he would roll out of that pocket to pick up the rest of that real estate. So the Eagles now finding themselves up 2 touchdowns. Inside of 3 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. Also give credit where credit's due to this Eagle defense, which has really come alive in the 2nd half.
Sure have made these things possible for the offense. Williams and Tinsley.
Ball teed up, high line drive kick. It's going to be fielded on the run at the 18. Big opportunity here.
Tinsley.
That's Tinsley across the 40. Felt like that young man had a big head of steam, Mike, but the Eagles able to corral it at the 40.
I think it's Holland that took a grip on him and just would not let go there.
You are correct, Mike. 13, Jamarius Holland, the kicker. So it will be first down. Great field position to start this drive for the Terriers. See what they can put together here. The Eagles have been able to force those third down and long situations. Eagles will shift the defense over to cover the trips to the top of the formation. Hatfield once again on the keeper. Good penetration by the Eagles. They're going to run him down. It's going to be a loss on the play.
McGuire doing a heck of a job of getting good penetration and staying home. And opportunity there to turn that inside, but he didn't have to turn it inside. He made the tackle himself right there. Great job as guys Belcher coming in to help. Didn't need a lot of help, but doing a good job of staying home. And you know, last week we saw a lot of over pursuit, cutting in on the to the inside. Tonight, people staying home and covering the area, doing a great job on that defense.
Going to be handoff to Sharif across the right side. He's going to be bottled up just shy of the 45. It's going to be a good gain there on second down, but once again brings up a third down and long for the Terriers.
Church on the tackle that time for the Eagles, along with a couple of others to stand him up there.
2-point takedowns by Landon Church. We had him on Rise and Shine on Wednesday, informing us that he's going to be going to Averett University. He's going to be wrestling and has a spot on the football team as well, so congratulations to that young man on making that decision. So third down and long upcoming. Two receivers split out to each side. Hatfield out of the shotgun, rolls the pocket to the right side, fires it deep, has Luckett downfield on defense, but a great catch nonetheless. That's going to be number 23, Jeffrey Williams, over top of Josh Luckett. Anything you can do, I'll at least try to match it, Mike.
That's right. Here you see a good pass up there, giving Williams an opportunity to go get it. Good coverage, and then he just breaks away on the pass, and with a throwing into the away into the wind, not into the wind, I guess, with it to his back, doing a good job of gauging that ball, bringing it down.
Hatfield's going to go back to the air, fires it across the middle, has the intended target, just overthrows the outstretched hands of Ethan Tinsley. Had him on the crossing route.
Yeah, Tinsley with just a step on Belcher, but Belcher he closed the gap there right at the end and did a good job.
Terriers putting the ball in Hatfield's hands a lot here in the second half, whether it be running the ball or going to the air. We saw a steady dose of Elamine Sharif in the first half.
Definitely change in the plan there.
Absolutely, especially being inside the Kiefer Building Services red zone.
And that's probably one reason why is McGuire staying home and making the tackle there along with Bolin. And
I believe that's going to be Thurston Krulowski also in there.
Yeah.
Inside of 30 seconds left to play here in the third. Already third down and long upcoming here for the Terriers.
You see him hanging on for dear life for the tail of the shirt there. Whatever it takes.
Two receivers split out to each side. Drop back here, pressure coming, and that's going to be Kurlowski, the first man in.
Yep.
J-Ron Smith also going to be in there, and another Eagle in. Kurlowski looks like he may be banged up on the play. See if we can get that other jersey number of the third Eagle in on that stop.
Smith and McGuire in on the
it's going to be 80 Cody McGuire, Mike.
Yeah, 80.
Along with J-Ron and Kurlowski, who's going to limp his way to the sideline. Will be fourth down upcoming here for the Terriers, and that will be the end of the third quarter. So we're going to be back with fourth quarter action. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, or agricultural, family-owned Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane is here for all of your heating and appliance needs. Come check out our new state-of-the-art showroom, showcasing a full line of propane appliances, including gas heaters and logs. All propane tanks and gas installations are performed by employees trained and certified through the National Propane Gas Association. Don't let winter catch you by surprise this year. Give us a call today at 483-7726 or visit us on the web at redwoodfuel.com.
I'm Dean Stone, manager at Redwood Fuel Oil and Propane, and we invite you to come see what we have to offer in our new showroom.
Established in 1909, American National Bank has a long legacy of helping people and communities thrive. With local bankers working from multiple banking locations in the region, we are proud to be your community's hometown bank. So visit us nearby in Rocky Mount, Westlake, or online at www.amnb.com. American National Bank and Trust Company, member FDIC.
Be fourth down and long upcoming here for the Terriers as we get ready to start the fourth quarter of play. The Eagles with the lead on the Franklin Finance scoreboard, 34-20. Looks like the offense going to be staying on the field for Coach Brad Lutz. Some last-minute instructions coming in from the center.
Look to see them work Sharif here and see if they can get anything going with him like they did earlier. Like I say, watch for the pass to Tinsley. And intercepted.
And that will be picked off. That's going to be Holland coming to the near side. He's going to absorb that hit. As you said, will be a flag. We'll sort all of that out, but it looks like it will be Eagle football. And hopefully you can see this here on the Bob Parcell replay. Holland sitting out there in center field. As you'll see the receiver break open. Good pressure up the middle. Couldn't see who that rush was coming from there for the Eagles.
But that's what caused the interception there.
A penalty on the Eagles. That will back them up.
Be called after the interception, so it will be a turnover to the Eagles. Will not change that.
Again, not sure if that was a hold or a block in the back, Mike. Again, when you sit on the visitor side, it makes seeing those calls a little bit tougher.
Yeah.
But it will be first down and 10 for the Eagles with 11:50 left to play and plenty of real estate in front of him. Receivers split out to each side. A little bit of confusion in the backfield. Faustus wisely going to hold on to that football. And he will get back to about the line of scrimmage. Mike, good heads-up play there, not trying to.
That's right. Fouts not trying to make something happen that's not there, not available. Gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Terriers will take another timeout with 11:28 left to play here in this ball game. That will be their first time out of the half. Important drive here. Eagles up by 2 scores. You do not want to turn over here deep in your own territory, and you also want to keep that clock moving. As the clock will become the biggest enemy of the Terriers, as well as that defensive front for this Eagle squad.
Well, I think the Terriers are going to put a blanket on Josh Luckett. If Coach Lutz has anything to do with it, he's going to try to keep Luckett covered like a blanket out there. But a couple of other guys back there that can get open, and we've seen Holland open a time or two tonight, and we'll see if it really have not worked Smith here in the second half as much as we'll see if they go back to him to try to get a little bit of a ground game going back and use up a little bit of this 12 minutes or almost 11 minutes now left on the clock.
Will be second down and 10 deep in their own territory for the Eagles. Play action once again. Fouts going to fire deep. Has Luckett. That one's going to be just a share. I think I was going for tad high there. Luckett, the intended target on the play.
Jeffrey Williams with a good job of covering Luckett out there. 1-and-1. And here you see Fouts just a little high.
Once again, we'll bring up third down. Also, going to have Ian England checking in with the play from the sideline. That does stop the clock once again, Mike, with 11:23 left to play here in the fourth.
I'm sure the Eagles would like to see that clock running with 14-point lead.
Twin receivers to the short side of the field. H-back will come into motion. A little bit of a high snap. Fouts looking downfield, has a receiver on the far side, streaking up the sideline across the 50, bowls over the defender. And I believe that's going to be J-Ron Smith with a big gain there on third down.
I think you'll see, I see a talking point for next week's practice. Watch how J-Ron Smith is holding that ball out in his hand. I don't think Coach would like to see Smith running that ball like that.
Smith was directing traffic for his blockers out there, and Cody McGuire says, if you want me to block for you, you're going to have to slow down just a hair. J-Ron, as he had already turned the Jets on up the sideline, but it will be first down and 10 for the Eagles from midfield.
Big play moving the Eagles out from in that hole.
And clock moving inside of 11 minutes. Turn around, he's going to hand it off to Smith. Slow developing play there for the Eagles, and big pressure up the middle by the Terriers.
Good read there by Sharif to fill that hole quickly.
Got an injured Terrier on the field. That's number 61, Jacob Hilliard. While they attend to that, young man, we'll take a quick break. 10:55 left to play here in the ball game. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Rocky Mount Burger Company is located at 467 Franklin Street in downtown Rocky Mount, near the Farmers Market and Harvester Performance Center. We're a family-friendly restaurant that specializes in burgers, wings, and salads. We also have a great selection of appetizers, sides, sandwiches, beverages, and more. On game day, enjoy our tailgate special of any burger on our menu, fries or tots, and a soda for only $9.99. Adult options available too. Go Eagles!
Hello, Franklin County. It's Doug Williams with Budget Blinds. We're your turnkey solution to all your window covering needs. I hope you're watching Franklin County Cable 12 Sports, where we bring to you the umpires and the officials each and every week. And every time a bad call is made, that is brought to you by the blind guys. Is this year you're building that new house? How about adding on that sunroom you've been talking about? Well, here at Budget Blinds, we're here to help. The consultation is free, we do the work, and it's all backed by our 5-year no questions asked warranty. This year, let the blind guys help you see the possibilities.
Second down and 12 upcoming here for the Eagles following that injured player. That's going to be Smith across the right side. He's going to push himself across midfield into Terrier territory at the 49.
Smith drawing a crowd over there by the, I think first guy there might have been number 53, Dustin Richards.
Clock rolling, approaching 10 minutes left to play in the game. Both teams with 2 timeouts remaining and a big third down upcoming here as Nasir Holland will bring the play in from the sideline.
And that clock is still running.
Again, we saw the Eagles roll off 8 minutes in their first drive offensively of this ball game. Trip set to the near side for the Eagles. Play action. Has a receiver downfield.
Holland out there with good defense on him. I couldn't really tell. It looked like it may have been that wind looked like it may have took that ball off, actually did.
Yeah, it is again at Fouts' back.
And Tinsley was on the coverage. I was trying to get that number.
That will bring on Josh Luckett to pump this one away. Huge opportunity here for the Eagles to pin the Terriers deep. You do not want to give up a big return to Jeffrey Williams. The punt game has been a strong suit for the Eagles this season and into last.
It is. Luckett has a way of putting the ball away from the receiver. Let's see what he does here. Does a good job of getting this one deep.
And it will take an Eagle bounce inside the 5 down to the 4.
What an offensive weapon that is. Putting them inside the 5-yard line.
Credit Landon Church, I believe, is the young man getting down there to cover the football. No threat of that one going into the end zone as it bounces at the 6, dies at the 5, and rolls inside the 4. You can't ask for a better punt there out of Josh Luckett.
That's tough to do on that turf there too. And you would think of something like that on the Eagle field, especially this time of year, good and soft. But that's a good punt, able to stop that ball and back it up like that.
Absolutely, and talking to our punting expert, Zach Swain, also running our field camera for tonight, I asked him what it's like to punt a football in this type of temperature. He says, have you ever kicked a rock? And that's kind of what it feels like, unless you have one of those softer kicking balls. But again, great job there as the Eagle defense will surround Sharif and get a big stop there on first down. Brings up second down and 8 deep interior territory. 9 minutes left to play here in the ball game.
Alex Bowling again in there on that tackle.
Two receivers near side, two receivers to the top. They'll roll the pocket to the near side. Hatfield's going to keep the football. Eludes the first two, gets to that second level, stretches out across the 20. Be plenty enough for the first down. Get them a little bit of breathing room, but again, Mike, as that clock continues to roll, just 2 timeouts, you're down 2 scores. Coach Lutz knows that he needs to get this offense going and in a hurry to at least make it a 1-possession game.
Well, he's definitely letting the man handle it. They can turn this thing around if it can be turned around. Hatfield has enough
sideline warning on the Eagles.
A little excitement there, I'm sure, on the Eagles. But Hatfield, if you let him go, he'll take every inch you'll give him, and just 8.5 minutes left.
Also, clock not running between plays there once they became set.
Sharif, the ball carrier.
Nothing doing there as he will work his way out to about the
Holly.
24.
Sorry, Holly on the tackle there.
Again, that's about a 4 to 5 yard gain there on first down. A little bit tougher tonight, Mike, to see those where exactly they are on the field here on the visitor side. You can see it from our top shot. It's being ran by meteorologist Jamie Singleton, bringing all those great shots from up top. And as we said, Zach Swain down there on the sideline, braving the elements with us out here at Robert A. Patterson Stadium, the campus of William Byrd High School. Hatfield's going to keep this play alive, looks to change field. Big block there from the back, and I think that's a good choice.
Yeah, got a flag.
I believe that's going to be the block in the back. We'll wait for the official call. You see it here on the Bob Parcell replay. Hatfield just keeps the play alive, and you have the switchback that's going to get the block in the back. You'll see it here, easy call for referee Randy Likens.
Right there it is.
No chance for Hunter Hooper there. That's a costly penalty for the Terriers. That'll push them well in deep into their own territory. Back to the 5 yard line. Make it second down and long for the Terriers.
Brings up second and 25 for the Terriers.
Be second and 25 upcoming. But again, that clock continuing to roll, 7.5 minutes left to play.
So far tonight, the Eagles have been able to put the cojones off on the on Tinsley tonight, not able to get out open, and they still stand with Sharif on the ground with a long ways to go now with third down.
Sharif 2 yards on that, brings up second down and about 23. Excuse me, third down and about 23. Landon Church is going to check out. They'll bring Cody McGuire in. That defensive end spot. McGuire's done a great job in pass rush. Twin receivers split to each side. Coach Lutt's going to take the time out. He'll have one left with 6.5 minutes left to play in the ball game. Eagles up 34-20 on the Franklin Finance scoreboard. We'll be back. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Looking over there, that's what we've been hunting for weeks.
I love it.
Are you pre-approved with a bank?
Absolutely. I watch your show on Cable 12 Tuesdays at 8:30.
Well, let's move in.
As time rolls on, perhaps your children are leaving home, resulting in a change in your real estate needs. I'll be happy to help you hunt for something different.
Third down and about 23 upcoming here for the Terriers. Two receivers near side, lone receiver set to the top of the formation. They're going to run the real route up the corner. They have it up the seam, and that's going to be incomplete. Jeffrey Williams, the intended target on the play.
Good coverage there by Holland. Also, another Eagle back there.
See here on the Bob Parcell replay.
That's
Can't ask for a better pass there, Mike.
I know.
Williams tries to high, can't come down with it. The Eagles will force a punt from deep in Terrier territory. Clock stop, 6.5 minutes left to play. Again, one timeout remaining for the Terriers.
Deep to receive for the Eagles.
They will get the kick away. I think you just let this one take the bounce. And they will. Eagles will have the ball. First down and 10 from the 38-yard line. So great field position here. And again, that's what you get from flipping that field position. Huge punt from Luckett, pinned them deep in their own territory, down at about the 4. Then you had the block in the back penalty, forces them back to the 5. And then you get the punt coming the opposite direction from the end zone, had to be rushed. And so the Eagles will have it first down and 10 from the 38.
That's right. Using that punt to flip that field position around, just a big offensive play there by the Eagles, making good on that. I'm sure the Eagles would love to utilize this clock and get one more score up.
Foul's going to turn around and hand it to J-Ron Smith. Big hole that he's going to work through. Keeps those feet moving, keeps the pile moving. And he's going to work his way across the 30 down to what looks like the 29. Wait for the official spot here.
Finally brought down by Isaac Fix after a big game.
Again, you see nothing that the Terriers can do but push the pile to try and bring down Smith, or he was going to move that pile. Down and short upcoming here for the Eagles. Clock will continue to run, 5:40 left to play. Receivers split out to each side. Turns around, hands it off to Smith across the right side. He's going to break through a tackle across the 5 into the end zone for the touchdown. No laundry. And I tell you, this Eagle team fired up as J-Ron Smith will take it 28 yards into the end zone for the touchdown.
Well, the Eagles will take that over using the clock, I'm sure, if you got to pick one or the other, but just a great job of running this offense.
Chandler Holly on to attempt the extra point. Jack Conley to hold. Snaps good, holds good, kick is up, and the kick is good. 5:17 left to play in this ball game. The Eagles have blown the Franklin Finance scoreboard wide open. 41-20, they lead. Mike, Franklin County really putting the screws on William Byrd here at this point.
Well, I tell you, William Byrd has the manpower to come back and score quickly, but this defense has really put a shutdown on them here in the second half. We'll see if they can continue to hold them for 5 more minutes. But Hatfield is just one you don't count out until that buzzer rings out there.
Holland will be on to attempt, to kick this football away. You don't, again, like you said it perfectly, you don't want a mental lapse here. You don't want to give the Terriers any light at the end of tunnel, so to speak, down 3 touchdowns. You don't want to give up the easy return. But the Eagles, again, have had great kick coverage on the season.
with Williams and Tinsley back there. Either one of those dangerous runners. Eagles will need to fill their lanes and like they have all night.
Booming kick here into the end zone for Holland. And that young man, he is fired up, because that's the way you prevent any type of mental mistake or lapse, is by putting that football into the end zone.
Well, I tell you, it's just like you see Holland out there every once in a while pull out a 7-iron and chip it over there down around the 30-yard line, and then he'll get out his 9-iron or 8-iron or whatever and chip it in there, and there he pulls out his driver and sticks it in the end zone. Good job by the kicker, Holland.
So that will be 1st down and 10 upcoming here for the Terriers from their own 20-yard line. They're going to run a trip set to the near side, lone receiver on an island to the top. Hatfield and Sharif out of the shotgun. Hatfield rolls the pocket to the near side, fires out here, has a receiver. I believe that's going to be Tinsley. Mike's going to stay on his feet, and he will work his way back close to the 1st down marker.
Belcher making the tackle there on that. Just about a, yeah, no, he did get the 1st down with the mark.
Good effort there by Ethan Tinsley. Ball will be marked just shy of the 30, but enough for the 1st down. Twin receivers split out to each side for Hatfield. They'll roll the pockets to the left side, double move on the outside. That catch is going to be made across the 40, out close to the 44. Clock continued to move once they reset the chain.
Gain of 12 on the play, another Terrier 1st down.
That is, looks like Isaac Fix on the catch. 35, is that right? It's hard to see from
I trust you, Mike.
here.
That's a long ways away there.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And we're sort of at eye level here.
Trips to the near side, lone receiver to the top. Hatfield methodically working down the field. Big pressure. He's going to fire deep. Has a receiver out here. He's going to overthrow the intended receiver. Good defense downfield by Nasir Holland.
Yeah, that's right. Nasir Holland doing a great job. And they also had that deep defense guy, the safety way back there just in case. Good job of defending that pass.
Stops the clock with 4:20 left to play in this ball game. As you see there, 1 timeout left for the Terriers, 2 timeouts left for Franklin County. It will be 2nd down and 10. Trips to the near side, lone receiver to the top. Hunter Harris will come across the formation. Play action, big pressure coming. Hatfield's going to fire it deep.
Williams
will be dropped by Williams. Anthony Belcher was in his pocket.
Absolutely. Super job there, Belcher hanging in there. And actually a good job of Williams to turn around and come back on that ball. They see Hatfield breaking the loose and turning this one loose, but he's throwing it high and up in that wind. Like I say, Williams trying to get back to it, just could not hang on.
3rd down and 10. Twin receivers split out to each side. Hatfield fires it downfield. Will be caught. That will be enough for the 1st down.
Sure.
Dylan Anderson on the catch.
Nasir Holland on good defender out there. But not before he moves the chains.
As we said, 4:05 left to play. The Terriers work the ball down the field, though. Down 3 scores. Hatfield rolls to the near side, has a receiver out here. That one is going to be caught in the flats. That's going to be Tinsley.
Still
looks to shake the defender, picks up another 1st down.
Belcher finally making a stop.
Clock will stop as they move the chains. You tell the Eagles in a bend but don't break type defense. Not allowing anything over the top. Again, these underneath passes are picking up the 1st down for the Terriers. They're also taking a lot of time off that clock.
So you can see that the Eagles are pretty much in a defense, safety defense.
Hatfield rolls the formation to the left side. He's going to tuck this one down. He stays on his feet, has blockers out front. He's going to stay on his feet inside of the 10. Finds his way into the Eric H. Ferguson attorneys at law.
Got a flag.
Red zone flag comes in late. This is going to be a costly flag either way, Mike.
Yeah, let's see what the blind guys say.
So you're on the Bob Parcell replay. Hatfield slipping through those arm tackles. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct on the Eagles. So that'll be half to the goal.
On the Eagles.
That call brought to you by the blind guys. Budget blind. They're bringing us all of the good calls, bad calls, and questionable calls. You can pick out which one that was.
.310 left to play here, clock rolling.
Randy Likens' crew doing a great job.
They're going to roll the play to the left side, and he's going to work his way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Good for a Terrier touchdown.
And that will be a touchdown for Hatfield. And that will draw the Terriers just a little bit closer with 2:51 left to play in this one. Hatfield doing what he needed to do on this drive.
You know, 2.5 minutes is a lot of time here in this ball game, especially with an offense like Hatfield runs out there. This is a big extra point here.
Big extra point upcoming here to cut this lead to 14. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and the kick is no good. It is short, and that is a heartbreaker. And with 2:51 left to play here in the fourth quarter, the Eagles lead 41-26. You're watching Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.
Imagine the ideal bank. One with experience, but not stuck in the past. Offering solutions for today and tomorrow. Focused on doing things right and getting results for customers and communities. Where do you find a bank like that? Right here. American National. Just the bank you would imagine.
We expect an onside kick here from the Terriers, and so do the Eagles. It's not going to make the 10 yards. And again,
break for the Eagles.
The Eagles will take over there. And that's where they will take over. It will be marked at the 46. And that's where Franklin County will take over. One timeout remaining for the Terriers. I believe, Mike, if I can see through the goalpost, it is one timeout. You can see there. Again, here at Robert A. Patterson Stadium on the campus of William Byrd High School. Franklin County can run a lot of time off this clock, pick up a first down, and all but ice this game away.
It's sort of a dangerous setup there on the for the Eagles. Nobody back in about 3/4 of the field over there. A little chip shot over there like Holland usually does, and been a free-for-all to go get it.
Eagles will move into the I formation. Receivers split out to each side. Fouts comes under center. A little bit of a mix-up in the backfield. That's what you kind of get, though, Mike, when you go to something you haven't ran all night.
Tackle for no gain.
But it will keep the clock moving with 2.5 minutes left to play.
It's Coleman Grindstaff.
You are correct. That is Coleman Grindstaff, Mike. He's a sophomore, 5'11", 165.
Getting a little PT.
I believe he's also the JV quarterback.
Right.
If memory serves me correctly. Also dotting that I, Zach Stafford. Last man through Stafford's going to get the football, and it's going to hit the dirt but bounce right back up into his grasp. His clock rolls 1:53.
I'll tell you, good experience for these young guys coming in, and opportunity to take advantage of all of that hard work they've put in this year.
Eagles need to pick up the first down here, 3rd down and about 4. They'll stay in the I formation, Grindstaff under center. Stafford dotting the I. Last man through Stafford's going to get the football. He's going to be stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up 4th down. You'd have to think that with 1 minute left to play, the Terriers look like they are content to let the Eagles run this clock.
Tell you, this Eagle team has really pulled it out tonight against a good Terrier team.
So 4th down upcoming here for the Eagles. They'll stay in that I formation trying to pick up the first down with 35 seconds left to play. Last man through Stafford's going to get the football. He will get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll stop the clock with 21 seconds left to play in this ball game. Will be a turnover on downs back to the Terriers. But Mike, 15-point deficit, 21 seconds, and just a timeout remaining. It's going to be a tough row to hoe here for the Terriers.
Yeah, I tell you that last kick was a big miss there, and pulled it out to where it would take even more of a challenge there for the William Byrd Terriers to pull this one out.
Lots of new faces out there on defense as well for the Eagles. Twin receiver set to either side for Hatfield. He's going to drop straight back. You'd have to think looking to throw it downfield. Has a receiver out here, and it will be intercepted by the Eagles. See who comes off the bottom. That's 12, Nasir Holland with the interception, and that will wrap up this game for the Eagles.
Well, that's good enough. This defense has done a heck of a job all night to turn it around and set it up for this Eagle team to win this ball game. So how fitting it is for Nasir to get that big interception there to put it back in the offense's hand.
Should be one snap away from ending this ball game. The Eagles will look to advance to 2-0 on the season. The Terriers will drop to 1-1. The Eagles will take the knee there. And that will end the ball game with the Eagles coming away with the big 41-26 win over the William Byrd Terriers. As we said, they advanced to 2-0. And again, you're not going to see a handshake at midfield. No hard feelings, but just COVID protocol. Let these young men continue to play. So big win last week over Northside. Big win this week over the William Byrd Terriers. And the Eagles will look to extend this 2-game winning streak next week as they return home to take on the Stanton River Golden Eagles. That's going to wrap up our coverage of Eagle football on Cable 12. We appreciate you again spending your Friday night with us for Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12. We'll see you back inside of the friendly confines of Side Ellen Stadium, Fred M. Brown Field, next Friday night. Here, Franklin County 41, William Byrd 26, and this has been a broadcast of Eagle football right here on your neighborhood network, Cable 12.